So this video is going to be about demolition and renovation. I'm Andrew Johns, a realtor with Kelly Williams Gateway, and we're going to be talking about the process of basically the first draw of the rehab loan process. So they've came in here, they've taken out the garage, they poured new footers, they put center block in, and they built the first story. They're going to be working on the second story this week and changing roof lines and etc. But we're going to take you inside and out and tell you what's going on right now. All right, so down here is where they had to cut out the current garage foundation. They had to dig down about 3 to 4 feet. They had to put concrete in and rebar, and then they had a rebar rod sticking up, and then they put cinder block down, and they cemented everything down together to give us a nice, good foundation. The reason why they had to do all this is because the load of this current thickness of concrete would not support the this story addition and then the second story addition that we're putting up above. So they had to dig down deep, cut that all out, put it all back together, but we are definitely building our way back now. So in this angle right here, we're going to be talking about the chimney. They've raised the chimney. They had to put scaffolding around it. They basically took off the crown. The crown actually needed repair. They took off the crown, and then they had to build about, I think it's about 16 feet up on top. And the reason why they had to do that is because we're changing our roof lines, and the chimney, I think, needs to have about 2 feet above that actual roof line. So that's what they had to do. It looks enormous right now, but when they start to change the roof lines, it's going to blend more cohesively together. All right, so this is one of the most exciting parts I've been waiting for, and we have finally started working inside. So they've opened up some walls and changed some things around. Let's go take a peek. So this home was built in 1953, so a lot of the walls were confined as far as the space and the rooms and what have you. So we're trying to modernize it and open up the space. So we've taken out some walls. This will give some remnants of an idea. There was a wall here before, and there were some walls here before. We kind of opened this all up. We're actually going to be drawing this back a little bit further, opening this up, so it'll have more of that open concept feel. These studs and what have you, these are temporary walls. As they start to change the structure of the property, these walls are going to be coming out just to help support the load when they're taking out walls and then reinforcing the walls together. So this beam right here was an old header that was the structural support when the property was built. We had a structural engineer come to the property, and like I mentioned earlier, we're going to be changing a lot of the structure. So they're going to have to be cutting things out and redesigning beams to re-support the loads and how we're changing the configuration of the property. All right, so now we're upstairs. This is the area where they're going to be cutting through right here where this window does exist. This will allow us to go to the owner suite bedroom. And this beam right here is a temporary support. Since they're taking out part of the house, they just want to make sure that the house doesn't move and flex in certain spots. So this beam will be going out. It is temporary. So thanks for joining us here today and watching all about where we are, the first phase of demolition. There's going to be more demolition to happen, and then the trade partners are going to be coming in after the framing is done. And that's the plumbers, electricians, carpenters, and etc. So next video will be pretty much dedicated to those trade partners. So thanks for joining us. We have more to share with our project here.